What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to twitch.tv/elbowsuptv, where we are live and ready for a night of dirty old bastards racing action. Tonight, it is the DOB WoO 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. We are also live on the DOB Facebook and YouTube pages. We've got twin 35-lap features tonight at the Volusia Raceway. And if it's going to be anything like what we've seen so far this week, you can bet there's going to be all kinds of excitement to go around. Right now, we've got 3.5 minutes left in hot laps. Ernie Williams Jr. currently leading the practice session. Billy Rowley, who just pulled off track, is second. Braden Eiler, third. Kevin Click, who we are watching now, is in fourth. And Kendall Tucker is fifth. Just like we have been all week, we've been crowning champions, and we will do so again tonight. Let's take a look at what we are dealing with here in the race number 1 championship. You can see on the top with his lone win is Skylar Brown, who is 8 points ahead of Chris Roberts. Craig Dunn is 50 points back in third. Kevin Hanley 67 points back in fourth. And Kyle Stoltz in fifth, who is mathematically ineligible. Hanley and Dunn are long shots, but we've seen long shots come through this week. James Edens on Tuesday night came from 64 points back. It can be done. So we're going to keep an eye on those guys. Skylar Brown and Chris Roberts will be the main ones. Last night's championship battle was absolutely crazy. The final race of the night, the Pure Cornhole League and Tournaments Wingless 360s, saw the points lead change hands back and forth multiple times throughout the race before finally it was James Tiernan who was able to edge out his championship competitors. We saw guys run into misfortune. Alex Smolders and Anthony Lepresto had contact in the midget race. Ended up, it was Smolders taking the victory in the championship. Lepresto had more bad luck in the wingless 360s. He was leading points there for a little while before he ended up in a crash. Chris Roberts was the other champion that we crowned this week in the Race 2 360 series. "45 seconds left before we get to our heat races here tonight. Got a lot of cars signed in. It's like a little north of 40. Taking a look at some of the guys we got here. Let's find our championship competitors. Craig Dunn is in here. Skylar Brown, currently 16th in hot laps. Chris Roberts, 18th. So all of our main competitors are here. And in seconds, we will get going here with qualifying. Ernie Williams Jr., fastest in hot laps. Let's start out with the number 5 of Braden Eiler. Getting ready to take the green flag here in qualifying. Utilizing that high lane Kinzer Sim team driver. Early laps are in. Dakota Kuhn to first across the line. Mark Broderick goes P1. He is taken over by Chris Roberts. Braden Eiler goes quick time, 1:3.610. James Tiernan right behind him, 1:3.616. See if Eiler can better it on lap 2. He's not going to. Second place right now belongs to Justin Thomas. Billy Rowley comes in P6. Curtis Merriman now off the track, dipping down into P22. Blake Majulis goes P1 in the 3:27. His teammate Kendall Tucker just crossed the line. Quick time for Kendall Tucker, 1:3.551. 23 seconds left. Second lap not quicker for Kendall. Anthony Lepresto, one of the final drivers left to qualify here. Shooting for that time that Kendall Tucker put on the board. Lepresto's first lap was invalidated. Here he comes across the line. Looks like P28 for Anthony Lepresto. I do believe we've got 41 drivers signed in here. And we are getting ready to go green with heat race number 1. The first of 4 heat races here tonight. Heat race number 1, full of fast cars. No championship contenders in this one, however. And actually, I think we're going to do without Joshua Steinke. Not sure what happened to the Black Diamond 80, but he is not showing up out on track, and we are rolling without him. 10 laps the distance. Top 4 will advance to the A main. The top 4 are inverted in this heat race. So the 4th car, the outside of the second row, is the fastest qualifier in this race. Colton Hardy on the pole in the Swindell Speed Lab machine, and he's got Kyle Sosnowski to his outside in the 177. Justin Thomas in the Mode Motorsports 9 inside row number 2 with the Swindell Speed Lab number 46 of Kendall Tucker to his outside. Ryan Scheidt and the Elbows Up Sim Sport number 85 of Tyler Schell. Row number 3. Richie Preston and Tyson Landis, Team SETI driver, make up row number 4. And rounding out your field is Scott Masick and Peyton Grease. Peyton running his Reto Sammy Swindell colors. We'll see if Colton can hold on. He's going to give him green here off of turn number 4. Here we go with heat race number 1. Good start for Colton. Justin Thomas follows him through. We'll see if Sosnowski can fight back down the backstretch. Remember, the exit of 2 and the backstretch is really where we see the most trouble. Things get tight coming off of turn 2. You can get contact. And it seems like any kind of contact down that curved back straightaway results in them cars getting hooked together and having issues. Kendall Tucker with the slide job on Sosnowski now. Kyle not willing to give that position up. He fights back. And while these guys are trading slide jobs, Tyler Schell is running them down in the 85. Tyson Landis right there with him. Those two boys coming from the back here. Landis started in 9th. Tyler Schell trying to make some moves here. Kendall Tucker has cleared Kyle Sosnowski. Now controls 3rd spot. Sosnowski is the 4th and final transfer right now. Ryan Scheidt trying to insert himself into this battle. And now we've got a race for the lead. Justin Thomas has caught Colton Hardy. Got to run down the front stretch. Here comes the slider! Thomas, a little bit of contact. That was strange. Oh, and there it goes down the back stretch. We talked about it. Now Colton Hardy's in danger. From the lead to 4th, and I think that car's got damage, and now Tyler Schell is around him. 2 laps to go. Colton Hardy trying desperately to hold on, but now he's the odd man out. He's got to make some sort of move here. White flag is out. Justin Thomas has the lead over Kendall Tucker. Kyle Sosnowski trying to fight with Tucker, but he will finish 3rd, and Tyler Schell will take the 4th and final transfer. A little bit of a celebration there from Tyler Schell. He feels like he might have got a gift, but he will take it all day. Justin Thomas wins heat race number 1. Look at that. You all know me. Brand new paint on that Craig Dunn machine. Candy Apple Red. That's a Paints by Tuna Can machine there. Dunn, the Aussie, getting ready to do battle in his Team SETI machine. He's going to start on the pole with his teammate, Billy Rowley, to his outside. There's another fresh new paint. Look at that. Sporting the EUTV logo. That is the 98 of James Tiernan. And to his outside is the 39 of Blake Majulis, Wendell Speed Lab machine. Chris Roberts. Wow, look at this. Not only Chris Roberts. Row number 3 is our championship contenders. Roberts, who trails Skylar Brown by only 8 points, will start side by side with his competition right here in heat race number 2. Curtis Merriman in this 371 has Stephen Hill, Team SETI driver, to his outside, and Anthony Marvulio and Tyler Henselman will round out our field. 10 laps the distance, top 4 will advance. Fastest qualifier in this race is Blake Majulis, starting outside row number 2. We are going green here off of turn number 4. Craig Dunn fires him off. Tiernan got a good jump. Majulis trying to follow him through around the 79 of Billy Rowley. Rowley had a rough night last night in the wingless 360 series. He's had a lot of bad luck here recently. Looking to find some sort of a confidence booster. Skylar Brown going to put the slide job on Chris Roberts. Can he hold on to that spot? Roberts fighting back. This time Roberts is going to slide in. Brown's going to go to the outside. Chris adjusted there mid-slide to leave room for Skylar Brown. Boy, this battle for second really tightening up. Majulis put the slider on Rowley, but he was able to adjust and regain that position. You can see Majulis getting a really good run there off of turn 4. Side by side down the backstretch, Blake Majulis going to take that spot. Billy Rowley going to try to fight back. Shallow slide job by Rowley. Gets to the cushion. No! Goodness gracious. This is about as good of an example of bad luck as you can possibly have. Take a look at this right here. Here's the replay. Majulis and Rowley make contact. Majulis' car is nailed to the ground. It does not even remotely move. And Rowley's car turns sideways like crazy. Let's get another look at this. Shallow slider is in. Rowley gets to the cushion. Majulis comes up the track. And there you have it. Rowley has parked that car. Not sure if it's damaged or he's just a little frustrated. Blake Majulis has claimed this caution. So he will drop to the rear of the field for that contact with Billy Rowley. Dunn, Tiernan, Brown, and Roberts right now transferring to our A main. Looks like we will get one lap here in this heat race. So right now, Curtis Merriman is the guy on the outside looking in. He's going to be looking to make a move here on Chris Roberts, who is the man under fire in that fourth and final transfer. One lap. Done. Going to go early. Kind of caught Tiernan off guard. He got a good jump. Skylar Brown right there with him. We're going to watch Chris Roberts, who's trying to hold off Curtis Merriman. Looks like he's going to make it happen. Merriman on the outside of the track will finish in 5th. Stephen Hill in 6th. Those two boys will move on to the B main here tonight. Craig Dunn, winner of heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 loading up now. Getting ready to roll. On the pole. In that beautiful number 1, it is Mark Broderick. And to his outside, in the 080, is Vinny Sansone. Hayden Cardwell in the 7. Inside row number 2 with the elbows up, SimSport number 21P of Shea Paolo. To the outside, Jacob Fields and Dakota Kuhn, row number 3, with John Lowe and the Black Diamond number 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. to his outside. Rounding out your field in the 257, it is Dawson Hess and the 67 of Brandon Igo. Retro posse paint there on Broderick. Help me out. I'm blanking on whose car that was. 10 laps the distance. Top 4 will advance to the A main. Mark Broderick going to give them green here off of turn number 4. Hayden Cardwell got a good start there. Going to follow Broderick through. Jacob Fields putting the slide job on Vinny Sansone. He's going to make it 3 wide down the backstretch. Sansone leaving room actually for Fields, but actually goes ahead and takes that spot away. Cardwell going to slide up to the cushion, but Vinny Sansone says, I'll just go above it, buddy. Not holding this car back. Hard slide job through 3 and 4 is Cardwell. Now Sansone sliding up the track. Leaves room for Cardwell. Side by side. Oh, Hayden! Into the fence, momentarily losing it. Shea Palo protecting that inside as Jacob Fields trying to fight back. Palo has control of the 4th spot. Sansone now in 2nd. Cardwell, whoa, caution. You saw Ernie Williams Jr. right there. What happened here? Let's go back. Contact between Dakota Kuhn and Ernie Williams Jr. plants Williams into the inside wall. Not sure what was going on there. He wasn't able to get that car off the track before the caution flag waved. Broderick, Sansone, Cardwell, and Palo. Your top 4. It is Jacob Fields, who is the outside looking in. Jacob was in the top 4 there for moments before losing that spot to Palo. We'll see if he can fight back here in the late stages of this heat race. We are going to have 2 laps left for these guys to do battle. Mark Broderick in the lead, Vinny Sansone in 2nd. We'll see what kind of a restart Sansone can get here. Those dirt boys ready to do battle. Whoa, a little bit of a rough start for Broderick. He's still got some room there. Not sure if Sansone lifted because he thought there might be a crash. Shea Palo did no such thing. He's going to go to the bottom of the track to try and take a couple of spots off here. He gets to the inside of Cardwell. And Palo's in real danger here. He was through the slick. Jacob Fields to the outside. Can Palo fight back? Jacob Fields going to take advantage and take that 4th and final transfer. Mark Broderick's going to win heat race number 3. Vinny Sansone 2nd and Hayden Cardwell 3rd. Boy, we talk about that a lot, how guys, they get aggressive and they try to make a move, but it puts them in a position on the track to where they are in danger of losing a spot. There, Palo had a transfer spot and lost it because of his aggression in trying to take extra spots. Now, with that said, if he was able to pull that maneuver off and took 2nd place away, that is 8 spots that he moves forward in the feature. That's a lot. You know, that's the gamble you take. Waiting on Anthony Lepresto and Nathan Kropaszewski to load in here. like Kropaszewski's not going to make it for heat race number 4. Final heat race of our race 1 event. On the pole in the team setting number 22, it is Mason Hannigan, and to his outside, the 90 of Joe Quinn. Kevin Click, another Team SETI driver in the Wicked Relief Gun with CBD number 25C inside row number 2 with the Kinzer Sim Team number 5 of Braden Eiler. Kevin Hanley and another Team SETI driver, Weston Newell, make up row number 3, and then it's Anthony Lepresto and the 72 Elbows Up Sim Sport machine of Jeffrey Stewart. And rounding out our field, look at this. Look at that paint. James Edens. Race 1 360 champion. Sporting the Rick and Morty scheme here tonight. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Swindell Speed Lab driver ready to do battle here in the 410s. Mason Hannigan going to have control of this race. Top 4 advance after 10 laps. Gonna go on a little adventure, Morty. Here we go, heat race number 4, going green off of turn number 4. Hannigan gets out to the early lead. Kevin Click is the man who's able to take second place away. He's going to slide up to the top in front of Eiler. Hannigan trying to work the bottom. Will that give Click a look? Joe Quinn going backwards right now. He's on the bottom in the slick. Anthony Lepresto climbing forward to do battle with him. Eden's working the bottom as well. Lepresto and Quinn side by side, near contact there. Kevin Click has gotten around Mason Hannigan. He brought Braden Eiler with them. Contact between Edens and Quinn. I have no idea how that worked out. That should have been a huge crash. Let's take a look here. Braden Eiler pushing Click up the track. He wants to fight for that top spot. Side by side down into turn 1. Eiler going to take control of the race. Can Click fire back here down the backstretch? He can. Clears Eiler into turn 3, but gives way. Here comes Eiler on the bottom. Powers around. Taking the race lead. Hannigan going to fight back with him. And now the race is for the 4th and final transfer spot. Lepresto have it. And James Edens wants it. Edens in the 26, trying to find his way into tonight's feature with that automatic transfer. Now he sets his sights on Mason Hannigan because Anthony Lepresto has taken control of that 3rd spot. Here comes Edens. He's going to slide them both. James Edens into 3rd momentarily. Now 4th. Can Hannigan fire back here? Edens got really close to Lepresto. Might have had to lift. But he's clear of the 22. Now Mason Hannigan is the odd man out. White flag going to fly this time. Braden Eiler has taken the race lead off of Kevin Click as we were watching that battle. Click blinking out there momentarily. It's Eiler, Click, Lepresto, and Edens. Now Edens trying to take that spot as Eiler takes victory. James Edens will finish 3rd. Fantastic race there in heat race number 4. And we will get ready for the C main. I know it says that it's a 12-lap race. That is not true. This is a 10-lap race. Does that to us, I don't want to say on the regular, but we're used to it. Joshua Steinke, I don't know if he's still having some problems, but Steinke going to start from the pit lane here. Kropaszewski also unable to make the call for the heat race. Kevin Hanley in the 110 going to start this race on the pole. He's got Richie Preston in the 125 to his outside. Anthony Marvulio and Dawson Hess make up row number 2. Weston Newell and Peyton Grease row 3. Henselman and Dakota Kuhn. Jeffrey Stewart and Scott Masick. Billy Rowley and Ernie Williams Jr. are forced to come from the rear of this field. Those two cars right there might be two of the fastest in this race, and they are starting in the final row. Jaeger is Beast. Thank you for the follow. Mike Shell Racing as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mud Diggers also gave us a follow earlier today. Glad everybody's hanging out with us here tonight, whether it be on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv or on the DOB Facebook and YouTube pages. We've got 2 championships at stake. We're going to find out who's going to do battle right here. Kevin Hanley with a good jump. Richie Preston a little bit out of sorts getting into turn 1 there. But he's able to hold on to the second spot. Anthony Marvulio going the wrong direction, and now he's upside down. Caution flag going to wave. A little frustrated is Marvulio. He's going to park it. Let's back this up and see what happened. He gets into Dawson Hess there, which backs him up to Peyton Grease. They're 4 wide. That's never going to work. Contact with Dakota Kuhn. And the other car, I believe, was Tyler Henselman. And that is it for Anthony Marvulio's race in race 1 here. Weston Newell making his way into the 3rd spot there. Ernie Williams Jr. gained 4 positions. Looks like Billy Rowley is in the pits. Not sure if he got some damage off of that incident there, but this is not a good thing for Rowley. We'll see if he can get back out on track before the caution flag, or before the cars come around and put him a lap down. Looks like that's not going to happen. I think Billy Rowley's going to go a lap down, and that basically dashes his chances of making this race 1 feature. We're going to go back to green working lap 5. Kevin Hanley, Richie Preston, Weston Newell, Dawson Hess, your top 4. Peyton Grease looking to get into this race. Green flag is out. Dawson Hess had a rough one. Grease going to have a shot here. Henselman right there with him. And here comes Ernie Williams Jr. That 91 looking mighty fast right now. Out front, Hanley is building a gap. We are watching Ernie Williams trying to get close to this battle here. Peyton Grease with the slider is going to cut Dawson Hess off, who's going to try to fight back. Weston Newell is... Oh! Hess going to give a right rear to Peyton there. That allows Williams to get around. Now Ernie Williams Jr. to 5th. See Weston Newell on the bottom. Williams doesn't have a whole lot of options here. Kind of boxed in. More problems for Peyton Grease. Why not take the middle? Says Ernie Williams Jr. I'll split the difference. And he's going to take control of the 3rd spot. Dawson Hess fighting back. 2 laps left in this race. Williams now 4th. Hess 3rd. Once again, Williams with the slider. Kevin Hanley's going to take the white flag. One more lap to go to decide this C main. Williams in third. Hess having problems. He's under fire from Dakota Coon. Slide job is in. Who's going to come off of turn number 4 with it? Dawson Hess will transfer. Peyton Grease showing his displeasure with Dawson Hess. That slide job left a right rear in Peyton's left front, which took Peyton out of a transfer spot. This is a 12-lap B main, not 14 like it says. 12 laps. Colton Hardy on the pole in the Swindell Speed Lab number 152, and he's got Curtis Merriman to his outside. Shea Pallow and Mason Hannigan, row number 2. Tyson Landis and Stephen Hill, row 3. John Lowe, Joe Quinn, row 4. Ryan Scheidt will be paired up with Kevin Hanley because Blake Majulis unable to make the call here for our B main. Brandon Igo and Ernie Williams Jr. and then Richie Preston and Dawson Hess will round out our field. Not sure what happened to Majulis, but not going to compete in the B main, which means he can't make it into the main show. We are taking 8 from this race. So 6 drivers will go home. Well, they're already home. 6 drivers going to miss out on the feature here tonight. We're going green for 12 laps in the B main off of turn number 4. Colton Hardy has control. No contact between Merriman and Paulo right off the start. Oh, and Hannigan hits the inside wall. Where's he at? I can't find him. Upside down. He collects Kevin Hanley. Goodness gracious. Let's back this up. See that contact there? Hannigan goes to the inside. He's going to hit the inside wall. Stephen Hill loses his front wing. And Kevin Hanley, more or less, is turned around because he lifted for the crash. Let's watch Hanley start here. He sees the incident coming. He lifts. Not sure who that was behind him. Was that Dawson Hess? Yes, it was. Dawson Hess unable to get woed up. And that is it for Kevin Hanley. Mason Hannigan also out. So Colton Hardy, our race leader, Shea Pallow, Tyson Landis, Curtis Merriman, down 2 spots. Lowe, Hill, Quinn, and Scheidt in the final transfer spot. We're going to go back to green, working lap 5 here. Remember, only 12 laps the distance. 2 cars already out, so only 4 will not make it through. Stephen Hill, without that front wing, we'll see what he can do here. Hardy gets a good jump. Paolo and Landis right there. Let's go back, see what's happening to Stephen Hill. Aye, they gave him his front wing back. Congratulations, Stephen Hill. The iRacing gods have bestowed upon you a gift of the front wing. But he's still under fire from Ryan Scheidt, who's going to take that position around the outside. So Stephen Hill now in 8th. And he's under fire from the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Wow, Hill going to put the slide job in on Scheidt and Merriman. Merriman going in the wrong direction right now. He's going to lift there on Stephen Hill, and that's going to allow Ernie Williams Jr. around and into the final transfer spot. Scheidt with the slide job. Hill's going to hit him. Oh, no. Stephen Hill turned around. No caution flag. That basically sticks a fork in his chances here. Right now, Richie Preston has the final transfer spot in 8th. It's Curtis Merriman and Dawson Hess who are running behind him, trying to figure something out. While we were watching that, Shea Paolo took the race lead off of Colton Hardy. Hardy's trying to fight back here. We'll see what he can come up with. Not going to happen this time. Shea Paolo to the race lead. Behind these guys, Tyson Landis trying to fight off a charging John Lowe. Joe Quinn coming into the picture as well. Ernie Williams, Ryan Scheidt, but it's still Richie Preston. White flag is out. Preston in the final transfer. Shea Paolo looking to take victory here in the B main off of turn number 4. He will win. And Richie Preston going to come home 8th and transfer into tonight's feature. And we are into our 2-minute warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, Wicked Relief Gum is your daily dose of CBD in the form of a chew. Each piece is 10 milligrams of CBD and absorbs 5 times faster than other products. Whether it's pain, inflammation, anxiety, or insomnia, Wicked Relief Gum offers quick and easy relief. Just go to wickedgumcbd.com and use code DOBRL for 10% off your order and free shipping on race days. The DOBRL code also works on wickedenergygum.com for a boost of energy and focus as well. 50 seconds left in our warm-up session. James Edens using that portal gun to get to the top of the timesheets. Second place, Hayden Cardwell. Third, quick, Kendall Tucker. Braden Eiler and Kevin Click rounding out your top 5. Riding along with James Edens. You hear him working that throttle, trying to get the low line to come in for him. That is going to do it for our warm-up session. You know what time it is. It's the main event for race number 1. 35 laps. Man, that car is sweet. That candy apple red. Craig Dunn. Waiting on James Tiernan right now. There he loads in. Or does he? I think Tiernan missed it. He's in the pits. Unfortunate for James Tiernan, who was scheduled to start 6th in this race. On the pole in the Mode Motorsports number 9, it is Justin Thomas, and the team said he's Craig Dunn to his outside. Mark Broderick and Braden Eiler, row number 2. Kendall Tucker, Kevin Click, row 3. Vinny Sansone, and Skylar Brown. Now, here's the deal. Skylar Brown leading points by 8 over Chris Roberts, who is scheduled to start 14th. That's the guys that you got to watch here. Hayden Cardwell and James Edens, Tyler Schell and Chris Roberts, Jacob Fields, Anthony Lepresto, Shea Paolo, Tyson Landis, Colton Hardy, John Lowe, Ernie Williams Jr., Joe Quinn, Ryan Scheidt, and Richie Preston round out your field. We're going green next time by for 35 laps. As we said, the 10 car of Skylar Brown, starting 10th, has an 8-point lead over Chris Roberts in the 93, who starts 14th. The race inside of the race will be watched intently. We will keep an eye on that all night long and see who's going to come out as a champion here tonight. Justin Thomas going to give him green off of turn number 4, and we will start the WoO 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Dunn able to hold on. Pretty good start there to stick it in second with Justin Thomas behind him. It's Braden Eiler who has been able to get around Kendall Tucker. Caution flag going to wave. Problems for Tyler Schell. Let's see what happens here on the start to Tyler. Sosnowski gets into the inside wall. Jacob Fields ends up making contact with Tyler Schell. See, Fields got it too. So Sosnowski and Fields hit the inside wall. Tyler Schell pays the price for it there. So Schell tagging the rear here. Now, here's the thing, though. That's a good break for James Tiernan, who had to start this race from pit road. The caution flag waved, so he was able to catch back up to the field without losing a lap. So that 98 car catching a break in the early going here. That is Justin Thomas, your race leader. White flag lap going to move to lap 38. Remember, caution flag laps do not count in DOB competition. If you haven't tuned in before, that's why it says lap 3 of 200. We do not count the yellow flag laps, and that's why you'll hear me say that on lap 38, the white flag will fly. It's a 35-lap race, and we will do green flag racing for 35 laps. Sometimes that's wonderful. Sometimes it's terrible. Last night, we had a rough one in the wingless 360s. 3 cars ended the race on the lead lap, and it ended up being a timed race. Justin Thomas giving him green off of turn 4. Not as good of a start this time for Craig Dunn, who's going to be under fire from Braden Eiler here off of turn number 2. Eiler going to be patient. Thomas seemingly did not get into 3 very well. Look at this. Skylar Brown making some positions here. He's fighting it out with James Edens right there. That's your points leader coming forward. Chris Roberts is 2 cars behind him, also trying to make some spots. Nearly 3 wide into turn 1 there as Eiler has Kendall Tucker and James Edens. Swindell Speed Labs trying to make a sandwich out of him. Let's not forget that Craig Dunn is in this championship battle too. Dunn is 3rd in the championship. He's 50 points behind Skylar Brown, which means he's going to need a little help. But as you can tell, Craig Dunn came to race here tonight. He's doing everything he needs to do to keep his championship hopes alive. And he is breathing down the neck of Justin Thomas. Eiler working that outside lane, trying to get a run on Craig Dunn. Kendall Tucker, you can see that cushion right up against the wall. Let's ride along with Kendall Tucker. He's on the cushion through 3 and 4. Look at how the cushion climbs the wall. He's basically driving off the billboards, and you can see how crossed up he got up there. Braden Eiler has been able to get around Craig Dunn and take over the 2nd spot. Oh no! I don't know what happened, but Skylar Brown is out of the race. He's in the pits. Championship hopes dashed. Skylar Brown. Oh no! We missed it. Something went down, no caution waved, but Skylar Brown found some sort of an issue and is now out of this race and has lost the championship. Chris Roberts, not sure if he is aware that Skylar Brown had a problem. But there he is in 8th spot, and should he stay there... Ooh, Kendall Tucker! Kendall Tucker around and the caution flag will wave. Here's the replay here. Tucker crossed up on that cushion once more. Turns right across the track in front of his teammate. Hits the inside wall and exited out to try to not cause an issue for anybody else. He could have got that car back going, but he elected to get off the track before somebody had a problem. And Justin Thomas! What happened to Justin Thomas? The race leader! Caution flag comes out down the backstretch. Thomas is putting a slide job in on Eiler, and the thing just comes out from under him, and he gets hung up. It backs up into the billboard. Unbelievable. Eiler had gotten around Thomas, but he was fighting back as the caution flag waved. Now look at this. Eiler, caught up in that little incident, lost 3 spots. Craig Dunn now leads. My goodness, there's all sorts of craziness already. We're going to go green next time by. White flag moves to lap 41. See Colton Hardy and Jacob Fields getting back on track. Tyler Schell is off track. Kendall Tucker off track. Mark Broderick is off track as well. Not sure what happened to him. But Craig Dunn going to lead him down right now. 6th place belongs to Chris Roberts, and he has the championship in hand. But should something happen to Chris, Craig Dunn is out front and doing what he needs to do. Great start for Dunn, who gets a little bit of a gap there on James Edens. Edens holding 2nd spot over LaPresto and Eiler right now. See him work in the middle there through 3 and 4. Didn't really work for him. Colton, no prize money for the champion, but this is bragging rights on the line. The Dirty Old Bastards Racing League is a pro-level league. A lot of these drivers have pro licenses or drive for pro teams or are just some of the best damn sprint car racers in the sim. So if you take home a championship with these boys, you have done something. Let's check in on Braden Eiler. Not having as good of a luck as he was in the lead when that caution flag waved, and now another caution waves. Some sort of an issue here for Richie Preston. Let's check in. This is the replay. Ah, Jacob Fields getting crossed up. Richie Preston. Nowhere to go. Rough night for Jacob Fields so far. You're going to have to get involved, Colton. So lap 44 becomes our white flag lap. Eden's up 10 spots, 13 spots for Lepresto, 13 spots for John Lowe. Ernie Williams Jr. up 12. We've got a hell of a lot of hard chargers here. Lahi, absolutely. If you are doing dirt racing on iRacing, you need to be involved with the Dirty Old Bastards Racing League. Craig Dunn out front, going to give him green once more. Here we go. Boy, Eden's got a great start. Dunn got a bad one. Eden's looking to make a move here. Coming out of turn number 2, he's going to pull level with Craig Dunn and take the lead down the backstretch. James Eden's in the Swindell Speed Labs. No, Dunny! Oh, no. Heartbreak for the Aussie. Trying to fight it out with James Eden's. Hops the cushion, it turns around on him, a lot like Justin Thomas. That car does not land on 4 wheels. And that is it for Craig Dunn. And that, my friends, officially ends the championship battle. There he is, your DOB WoO 410 Wing Sprint Car Series champion in Race 1 competition. Christopher Roberts is going to take it. Congratulations to Chris. Still a lot of racing to go here. White flag moves to lap 47. Edens, Lepresto, Eiler, Roberts, and Click, your top 5. Weston having a little fun at Dunny's expense. In the Facebook chat. We've got a lot of people out there chatting with us in Twitch land and Facebook. Hope everybody's having a good time. We've had some cautions to get this thing fired up, but we've got more racing to come. Even after this race, we've got an entire other program. We're got another championship to wrap up here tonight as we move into Season 4. James Eden's giving him green. Lepresto to the high side. Holds on to second spot. Chris Roberts was trying to fight to the bottom there. Eiler right through the middle. Multiple lines available for these drivers. Holy moly, I just saw something. Hold on a second. Look who's charging. James Tiernan is up to 7th. James Tiernan started this race on pit lane. Yeah, he's going to give Vinny Sansone a little bit of a wheel there. Tiernan was trying to squeeze through. Not sure where he's going to land out as that caution flag waved. But James Tiernan coming forward in a hurry. I'll find out what happened here. Kyle Sosnowski making contact with Joe Quinn. Mark Broderick as well behind them. Spinning. Had another one of those cushion issues there. So 3 cars having problems, which brought out the caution. Looks like 5th place for James Tiernan. So Tiernan started this race on pit lane, got an early yellow, so he was able to tag the tail of the field, and from 23rd, he has climbed his way up to 5th. I know it says only 1 spot ahead of Tiernan there because he was scheduled to start 6th, but he did not. He started 24th. So let's keep an eye on this car. Hergot Real Estate on the wing of the 98. New sponsor for Elbows Up Sim Sport. Hergot, a racer-friendly real estate agent in the Indianapolis area. Found a couple high-profile USAC boys some homes up there. KTJ is one of them. James Eden's going to give him green once more here. Lepresto and Eiler going to see what they can do with him. White flag moves to lap 50. Here we go. Vinny Sansone making way for James Tiernan, who moves into 4th spot. Braden Eiler right now has 2nd. Wow, Tiernan got around Lepresto too. And here he comes on Eiler. James Tiernan is charging through this field. He's working the bottom of the track, which nobody else is seeming to make work like he is. Eiler's going to try to take that line away. Unsuccessfully. Tiernan going to get through here. Now Eiler trying to work a lane up just like Eden's, but Tiernan is charging. James Tiernan to the inside of Eden's, nearly making contact with that inside wall. He's got to be patient here. Caution flag going to fly. Problem for Shea Palo, who's not going to be able to get that car turned around. A little bit of contact with John Lowe down the front stretch sends Palo into the outside wall. Colton Hardy sends him upright, but as he tries to get turned around, he knew he was going to be in the way, so he decided just to hit pit lane. Rough race here. We're seeing a lot of cautions. The heats and lesser mains ran pretty quick. All of a sudden, the feature is becoming a marathon. James Eden's is up 11 spots to P1. But James Tiernan is up 22 spots to P2. We're going to see who comes out on top here. Tiernan seemingly making the very bottom side of the racetrack work better than anybody else. Championship battle already decided. Christopher Roberts is your champion. But the race still to be determined. It's going to be 10 laps when we go back to green here this time by. James Edens, Mr. Meeseeks, trying to hold on to this race. He knows that 98 is coming. Might have to make some adjustments here. These guys have wing adjustments and shocks on board. But can that stem the tide of the charging 98? Tiernan right down on that inside wall. Yo, he nearly had to get it. He got off the gas. Almost got into the back of James Edens there, and another caution will wave. Problems for Ernie Williams Jr. He's going to get down into turn one. Holy moly, nearly clear the catch fence there. Big crash for Ernie. Lap 56 becomes our white flag lap. Yeah, he's going to need a different set of wheels there, as Ultimate Dirt TV has pointed out in the Twitch chat. Once more, checking in. Ryan Scheich charging to the front as well. That is your top 10. Should see the lights go out on the pace truck this time by. The Race 1 Championship for the WoO 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Nearly ready to conclude. Christopher Roberts has won the championship, but who will take the final race? Edens going to give him green off of turn number 4. Boy, Tiernan got a really good start there. See Vinny Sansone right there with him, unwilling to give up. Edens was able to build a little bit of a gap there. See if Tiernan can close it. He's been really chewing him up there into turn 1. Edens seemingly has gone to school on Tiernan, starting to run the line that Tiernan was utilizing. James is doing everything that he can. Tiernan now might be starting to get desperate, because that Swindell Speed Lab machine has so far been able to hold him off using the same line that he was using. He might have to go somewhere else to make it happen. Tiernan has worked his way from 24th in this race to sit in the 2nd spot, and he definitely doesn't want to finish there. The James and James show to end the season here. Race number 7 at Volusia. coming right down to the wire. 3 laps to go. James Eden's out front. James Tiernan right behind him, waiting for any sort of slip-up. Neither of these drivers willing to give an inch. But right now, Tiernan looking like he's going to have to settle. White flag is out. Final lap. James Edens has charged his way to the front and is not looking back. That special Rick and Morty paint scheme going to come off of turn 4 and take victory at Volusia. James Tiernan will finish second, and I am showing Kevin Click as the third place finisher. Fantastic battle to end this race. There they are, your top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're going to get in Discord and get some interviews with these guys here momentarily, and then we will go into our second race of the night. We've got another 35-lap feature to handle here at the virtual Volusia Raceway. We've got a couple of our top 3 drivers in the broadcast booth now. We'll see if James Edens hops in. Let's go ahead and talk to our second place finisher, Mr. James Tiernan. James, you were scheduled to start 6th in this race, and we saw that you were unable to get loaded in time and had to start from pit lane. You caught an early caution, which allowed you to catch the field without losing a lap. And you were able to charge your way all the way up to do battle for the race lead. Talk about that race. It was extremely impressive.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, the people like James Edens, Alex Bergeron, and, you know, the Heilemans when he was still in here used to do that to us all the time. And I think that's, again, yet another testament to how much I've improved this season. I think I could have done a little better had I started 6th instead of having to start all the way back there. But, no, yeah, that was a hell of a race. It was the James and James show on that one, so I thought that was pretty cool. Didn't have anything for James Edens at the end. He switched up his line a little bit, and I goofed up a little bit at the end, and then he would just run where I couldn't get, you know, a nose in on him. So, overall, I'm really happy with that race. I went in there with 0 expectations. I'm not in there for championship points or anything, but I think I had a good finish, so I'm more than happy with that.
It was definitely fun to watch, and a lot of cautions. I'm sure you had to dodge a couple of cars through there as well.
It wasn't too bad. No one was running the low line, so up until the end there when I kind of showed everyone the way. But overall, I thought it was fantastic.
Second place finish for James Tiernan. Congratulations, my friend, and good luck in race 2.
Thank you, AJ. And again, a huge shout out to the newest kind of sponsor on my car, Hergot Real Estate. If you guys like what Elbows Up TV is doing, please go out and support him. If you guys are looking for any sort of real estate apartment, you know, house, that kind of thing, go and give them a shout. Tell them that Elbows Up Sim Sport or Elbows Up TV sent you, and that'd be great.
So we've got our race winner, James Edens, in the broadcast booth. James, you come from quite a ways back as well. What was that, 11th or 12th starting position? You were able to charge your way to the front, and nobody had anything for you to make a charge there. Talk about your race and how that car was handling and how you made your way to the top spot of the podium.
Yeah, you know, car was good. Just kind of, you know, we're going where they weren't back there in the, you know, the mid-pack, and then just kind of got up front. And top was getting really scary there. You know, Kendall wrecked right in front of me, and I figured it was about that time that the bottom was going to be coming back in because the top was so treacherous. So just pulled the wing back a little bit and just committed to running that for the rest of the race, and it worked out.
Once you got out front, you were able to hold on there for a little bit, and all of a sudden that 98 car showed up in the rear view. Did you have any idea that he'd come all the way from the tail of this race, and were you concerned that he was going to be able to make a charge on you?
I honestly had no idea. I heard him, going into one time. He was driving in a lot harder. I was just kind of out there cruising, trying to not make any mistakes. So that definitely caught me off guard. Then we had a little caution, so I knew I had to step it back up and run a little harder because I could just hear how hard he was running back there. So yeah, I just kind of stepped it up a little bit and just kind of held on there.
It's been a wild week for you here. You were able to take the championship in the 360 in pretty crazy fashion. Left it very late. Last night was a little bit of up and down between the midgets and the wingless 360s, and here you are taking victory tonight. You feel like your program is right where it needs to be. Everything going pretty well for you right now.
Yeah, for sure. I think every time we come to DOB, I think we got a car to win. Whether the driver gets it done or not is a different story. But yeah, I feel like we always got something to contend with these guys, so it's always fun.
Well, congratulations, James Edens, taking victory here in race number 1, and good luck going forward, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Kevin Click was the man who came home third here tonight. He had to make a couple of positions there late as well. Kevin, back and forth, plenty of drivers right there around you. You fought your way through that race, and you were able to come home with a top 3 finish. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. I think I was all the way down to like 7th or 8th at one point in time and kind of worked my way back up there. Actually, think I got past Eiler and Vinny there in the last corner. I don't know why they went up top, but I stayed on the bottom and made it past them. But I saw Tiernan come flying through the field, and I didn't even know where he was at. I mean, I saw him. He wasn't in front of me, and then all of a sudden he was there. So he obviously found the bottom. I started out there. Probably should have stayed down there the entire time, but oh well. Good solid run. 3rd place. I'll take it.
Talk about that top as well. I don't know if you ventured up there yourself, but we saw a lot of guys get caught out up there. Race leader Justin Thomas, Craig Dunn was in 2nd when he had problems with it, and I mean it seemed to be really treacherous, especially there in 3 and 4.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is not too bad, but 3 and 4, there's just hardly any track left up there, and you're basically when you came off the corner or even in the corner, if you hit that cushion wrong, then it's all over. And then coming off the corner, even down the straight, just to keep it straight, you're going to have to be about half throttle. And really, these cars really hook up better when you're able to put the throttle down and let it go. But I thought staying on the bottom or moving back to the bottom after 1 lap of trying to run the top was about all I wanted to do. So I stayed down there and saw what happened.
So 3rd place finish here. You going to hang around for race 2? You think you got anything for him?
We'll see. I'm going to be there, but we'll see what we got. Big shout out to Wicked Relief Gum with CBD, Wicked Cushion for everything they do. DOB, Bubbles Up TV for you guys putting on the broadcast, and got to thank DOB and Chris for everything that they do for the series. Definitely appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. A lot of good guys to race with. So if you guys want to race in good, clean races, come out here to DOB and have a good time.
There you have it. 3rd place. Kevin Click here tonight. Well done, my friend. Good luck going forward.
Thanks, AJ.
All right, so let's talk to our DOB WoO 410 Wing Sprint Car Series champion in Race 1 competition. We've got him in the broadcast booth. Christopher Roberts, his 2nd championship here this week. You just raking him in, aren't you, buddy?
I'm trying. Still got 1 more to go.
1 more that he is the points leader in as well. 24-point lead over Randy Hannigan. So not only is he the champion here in race number 1, he's got a chance to sweep the 410s. How do you feel about your chances?
Pretty good. I mean, just the car went away there at the end of the first race there, but like I was joking around with Mason earlier this morning, I said all I got to do is keep you in my sights, and I'll be okay.
Looks like lobby number 2 is up now, isn't it? So we're going to get ready to get into race number 2 here momentarily. Looked like your car was running pretty good there. Looked like you were high as fourth. Not sure where you finished in that one, but you feel good about how that thing's running. And, Skylar Brown, of course, had a little bit of trouble there in that race, but the points were so close that I'm sure that was going to be a fantastic battle towards the end no matter what.
Yeah, after the heat races there, he had a 10-point lead on me, so I did the math. I needed to finish 5 spots ahead of him, and the way he was running at the beginning, that was going to be tough. And then that wicked cushion there in 4 bit him, and I knew all I had to do was basically finish the race, and I was going to be good. So yeah, like you said, I got up to the front, but then the hand back. But I was just doing what I usually do: run a smart race and keep the nose clean and finish it. Ready to do here in just a couple seconds.
Well, that cerebral approach ended up working out, and Christopher Roberts has taken his second championship here this week. Congratulations, Chris, and good luck going for number 3 here in the next race.
Thanks, buddy. Hope to talk to you here in a little bit.
There you have it, your top 3 and your championship winner in Race 1 competition for the DOB WoO 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. We are loading in to the Race 2 lobby right now as we get ready for another full event here tonight with the Dirty Old Bastards Racing League. If you are watching on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv, do not go anywhere, because all the racing action will be coming your way exactly where you are sitting. However, if you are watching on the DOB Facebook page, we will be stopping this video and starting a new one. So if you are on the Facebook page, look for that new video here in mere seconds. We are back live on the DOB Facebook page as we get ready for Race 2 here tonight. 3 minutes left in hot laps. We are watching Kevin Swindell turn some laps in his 039. Currently 5th. Now Ryan Scheidt out there as well. Billy Rowley is currently P1. We talked about another championship battle coming. Here is your point standings in race number 2 competition. Out front, it is Chris Roberts with a 24-point lead over Mason Hannigan. Billy Rowley is 3rd, 80 points back, and I do believe that is it for the drivers that are still mathematically eligible for this championship. James Tiernan and Ernie Williams Jr., the other 2 drivers that make the top 5. But Roberts, Hannigan, and Rowley are the 3 that we will be watching here. Rowley is the long shot. Hannigan is the only one that has a likely shot to overturn Chris Roberts' lead here in this championship. But we are going to see what can be done here momentarily. We are live on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv, live on the DOB Facebook and YouTube pages. Got a 35-lap feature coming up. 52 seconds left as we get ready for qualifications here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. 81 degrees is the air temp. That means that we are going to see significant track wear. It's pretty warm, so the track will wear a little faster than it would should we have had a 71 degree temp. James Tiernan getting his first practice laps out there. Came up just short of going from worst to first in the first race here tonight. We'll see what he's got in race number 2. So qualifications time. Let's watch James Tiernan as he goes out. P2 for Tiernan as Billy Rowley goes P1. 1:3.436 for Billy Rowley. Lots of times coming in. Thomas Garriott to P5, Rusty Kruger P2. Kevin Hanley now goes quick time, but not before Thomas Garriott takes it away. Braden Eiler across the line. He's looking at 13th quick. James Edens. Did I leave the intermission screen still up? Oh, that was great. Why not, right? Now Edens, quick time, 1:3.272. With his second lap, James Edens turns in the fastest time of this race number 2 qualification session. Alex Smolders goes P6, Hayden Cardwell P4, Kevin Click P13. Looks like 30 cars signed in here tonight. As qualifications ends, James Edens takes quick time. And we will get ready to do battle in heat race number 1. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm pretty descriptive if I'm going to leave the intermission screen up. That's the first time I've done that all season. I wait until the final race of the season to pull a boneheaded move like that. So 4 heat races. We invert the top 4. So your quick time, James Edens in the 26 will start outside row number 2. And that puts Kevin Click, Team SETI driver, on the pole with the 152 Swindell Speed Lab machine of Colton Hardy to his outside. Tyler Schell, the Elbows Up SimSport machine, will start inside row number 3 with James Edens, Swindell Speed Lab driver, to his outside. Another Elbows Up SimSport machine will start inside row number 3. That's James Tiernan in the 98, and he has the Black Diamond 80 of Joshua Steinke to his outside. Rounding out your field will be the 92 of Peyton Grease and your championship points leader here in race number 2 competition, Chris Roberts, who has already, earlier tonight, taken the race 1 championship, his second DOB championship of the season so far, going for 3 here in race number 2. Ten laps the distance. Top 4 will advance. We are going green. Off of turn number 4. Kevin Click has control. Here we go. Click wasted no time getting going. Caught Colton Hardy off guard, but Hardy was able to hold on to second spot. Tyler Schell now battling it out with James Edens down the backstretch. Schell can try to hold the bottom. This time Schell going to slide up the racetrack near contact with James Edens. Tiernan has to make evasive maneuvers, and Tiernan's going to pull the slider on his teammate. These two boys fighting it out for that 4th and final transfer spot. Tiernan able to get around the outside. Schell going to try to get his momentum up on the cushion. Peyton Grease going to slide up the racetrack there. Nearly making contact with the 85 of Schell. Grease throwing it up the track. Joshua Steinke able to clear the 92. He's going to try to hold the bottom now. Out front, Kevin Click is under fire from Colton Hardy. Hardy has James Edens filling his rear view at the moment. But Click doing everything he needs to do. That Ohio State Buckeye helmet on. Nearly time for football it is. Nose to tail, the top 3 doing battle here in heat race number 1. Colton Hardy now really thinking about it. He's trying to be patient, picking his spots, but he's close enough now. Slide job coming in from Colton Hardy. Kevin Click cannot challenge back. Edens now slides in on Click. Click able to clear him, and now he's got to run down the backstretch. Click to the bottom. White flag in the air. Colton Hardy, your race leader. James Edens trying to get around the Team SETI machine. A little bit of contact there coming out of turn 2. We'll see what happens here in 3 and 4. Colton Hardy going to come off of turn number 4. He's going to take victory. I think James Edens is going to finish 2nd. Kevin Click 3rd. And James Tiernan will take 4th and the final transfer position. Heat race number 2 loading in now. Everybody on track. We will start to roll here momentarily. Your starting lineup will look like this. On the pole in the number 5, it is Rusty Kruger. And to his outside in the Mode Motorsports number 9 is Justin Thomas. Thomas, of course, led quite a bit of race number 1 before having an issue there as the caution flag waved, which took him out of contention. Kinzer Sim Team driver Alex Smolders is inside row number 2 with Kendall Tucker in the Swindell Speed Lab machine to his outside. Ryan Scheidt and the Team SETI number 22 of Mason Hannigan make up row number 3, and rounding out your field in the 371 is Curtis Merriman and Tyler Henselman. Rusty Kruger going to give him green. 10 laps the distance here in heat race number 2. Top 4 will advance. Kendall Tucker, your fastest qualifier in this race. Kruger gives him green. Good start over Justin Thomas. Heard some contact there at the rear of the field. Tyler Henselman, not seeing him on the screen. Justin Thomas sliding up in front of Kendall Tucker. That gives Alex Smolders a look on the bottom, but the high side is the place to be right now. Alex Smolders currently in 4th, has Mason Hannigan working the inside of the racetrack, trying to get around him. Tucker now to the outside of Justin Thomas, squeezes his way in there. Tucker is above the cushion. Now he's going to slide down to the middle of the racetrack, trying to get a run here on Thomas. Slide job coming in. Justin Thomas able to duck under. Down the backstretch, Thomas takes that spot back. But Kendall Tucker not giving up. Very, very fast heat race unfolding before our eyes. Right now, Alex Smolders is in the 4th and final transfer spot. Rusty Kruger likes to see all those guys doing battle in his rear view. The more they battle, the more of a gap he can build at the front of the field. Remember, the winner of heat race number 2 will start to the outside of tonight's feature, front row. Everybody single file right now, trying to build a run on the car ahead of them. Topside is where it's at currently, but that will wear quickly. Between the fact that everybody's up there and the temperature, that bottom line will start coming in soon. Now, Alex Smolders is not waiting, however. He's going to try it right now. To the inside of Kendall Tucker he goes, nearly making contact with the inside wall. Rusty Kruger going to come off of turn 4, looking at the checkered flag. He will win. Justin Thomas 2nd, Kendall Tucker 3rd, and Alex Smolders will take the 4th and final transfer spot. Waiting on Anthony Lepresto to load in here. Everybody on track. We are going to roll here with heat race number 3. It's an all-team SETI front row with Stephen Hill to the inside and Billy Rowley to the outside. Row number 2 will be the 110 of Kevin Hanley and the 138 of Thomas Garriott. Row 3, the Black Diamond number 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. and to his outside, Kyle Sosnowski in the 177. Rounding out your field in the 95, it is Dakota Kuhn in the 57 of Anthony Lepresto. Top 4 inverted from qualifications. And we will take the top 4 into tonight's feature. Stephen Hill going to give him green. Great start for Hill. Billy Rowley did not have a great start. Kevin Hanley able to get around him. Rowley holding on to third spot right now. Thomas Garriott has made his way, slotting into fourth spot. Rowley now sets his sights on getting that second spot back from Kevin Hanley. Work in the middle, but you can see that car stepping out a little too far on him there. Going to get back to the top side of the track. Leaves a little bit of room there for Thomas Garriott. Let's hop on board here with Ernie Williams. Trying to get in this race. He's around Garriott and into the fourth and final transfer. Williams able to get around Rowley, but Rowley trying to battle back. Stephen Hill out front. Pulling a gap on second place Kevin Hanley. Now Hanley starting to get a little racy, but he has Ernie Williams Jr. all over his back bumper. Williams from fifth in this race, now looking to try and take second spot. Hanley nearly caught the rear of the 27. He had to lift. That gives Williams a look. White flag is out. Ernie Williams Jr. with the run down the backstretch. He's got a shot to win this race. Here he comes to the inside. Ernie Williams Jr. off of turn number 4. Oh, wow. What happened? He won it. Ernie Williams Jr. takes victory here in heat race number 3. Stephen Hill will finish second. Third place goes to Kevin Hanley, and fourth place to Billy Rowley. Wow, what a finish there. Ernie Williams Jr. making the most of heat race number 3 from 5th to the win. That's going to put him inside row number 2 for tonight's feature. That's an excellent spot for Ernie to do battle. Let's talk about our starting lineup for the final heat race of the evening. Braden Eiler in the 5 Kinzer Sim Team Machine. We'll start on the pole with Team Steady's Craig Dunn to the outside. Jeffrey Stewart in the Elbows Up Sim Sport Machine inside row number 2 with Hayden Cardwell to his outside in the 7. Mark Broderick and John Lowe make up row number 3, and rounding out your field is the 4-time Chili Bowl champion, Kevin Swindell Jr. Going green here off of turn number 4, Braden Eiler. Eiler able to hold off the charge of Dunn and Stewart. Mark Broderick goes to the outside of Stewart, trying to take that fourth and final transfer spot away. Hayden Cardwell. Looks like there's been an issue there at the rear of the field. I'm not sure. Kevin Swindell had some sort of a problem. Maybe he made contact with Jeffrey Stewart. Both of those guys lost a lot of time. Hayden Cardwell now for the race lead. Slide job is in. Braden Eiler's missing the entire nose of his car. How is that even possible? The leader of the race has somehow lost the front wing and the engine cowling. What the hell has happened? I am legitimately confused. Braden Eiler trying to fight back. Hayden Cardwell trying to take the race lead. Slide job is in. Eiler comes across the nose of Cardwell. That was a pretty hard slider there. And now it's back. What the hell? Eiler going to slide across there, making Cardwell go to the inside. These two guys are throwing some sliders on each other that makes it look like they're not happy with each other. Maybe that was where the contact came in that made Eiler lose his front nose for a while. I really don't understand the criteria of how iRacing puts them back on for some people. I don't. It's so strange. But it's good for Braden Eiler. Hayden Cardwell takes the white flag. Final lap here. Second place, Braden Eiler. Third place, Craig Dunn. Mark Broderick right now holding down fourth. Cardwell coming off of turn number 4. He's going to take victory in heat race number 4, and they will finish exactly as we said. Eiler, Dunn, and Broderick transferring to the A main. B main time. 8 cars will advance. Two races left in the evening. And remember, there's a championship on the line. Let's look at this, all right? This is serious stuff right now. Because the two drivers in the championship hunt right now, Mason Hannigan is starting outside of the front row. And starting in 13th is the championship leader, Chris Roberts. Chris has a 24-point lead over Mason. So should Mason make the feature and Chris Roberts miss it, Mason will be able to gather points every car he passes and would be able to take this championship away from Chris Roberts. Let's talk about the starting lineup. Tyler Schell on the pole with Mason Hannigan to his outside. Thomas Garriott and John Lowe, row number 2. Peyton Grease, Curtis Merriman. Anthony Lepresto, Kevin Swindell. Joshua Steinke, Ryan Scheidt. Kyle Sosnowski, Jeffrey Stewart. Chris Roberts and Tyler Hinselman. And rounding out your field is Dakota Kuhn in the 95. Tyler Schell going to give him green off of turn number 4. This is a 10-lap race, not a 12-lap race. Great start for Schell. Mason Hannigan to the outside is going to hold off the charge of Garriott and Grease. Ooh, problems in the back. Kevin Swindell makes contact with another car. It's not Henselman. Curtis Merriman was the guy that ended up in the backstretch fence. So that is it for Curtis Merriman here tonight. Hannigan still holding off Peyton Grease. John Lowe, right there behind Sosnowski, currently running in 5th. And behind them, here comes Christopher Roberts. Roberts charging his way forward. He's into the transfer positions. Currently shown in 6th. Steinke going to drive around him on the outside. 7th place goes Chris Roberts. He knows he's got to make this race because Hannigan is running in a really good spot right now. We're keeping an eye on this championship battle. 8th place right now belongs to Thomas Garriott. That is the final transfer spot to the A main, and the laps are winding down. Ooh, Roberts and Lowe making contact there. Teammates. Ryan Scheidt into the outside wall. He was able to gather it. Let's go back out front. Tyler Schell is making a pretty big gap on Mason Hannigan. Chris Roberts right now doing what he needs to do. Running in 6th. Lepresto driving around the outside. White flag going to fly this time for Tyler Schell. We are watching the transfer battle right now. John Lowe has the final transfer spot, and Christopher Roberts has to make it into the A main. Tyler Schell is going to take victory here in the B main. Mason Hannigan finishes in 2nd. Christopher Roberts makes the A main, and John Lowe will take the final transfer spot. Two-minute warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, Wicked Energy Gum is a boost of energy, alertness, and focus in a chew. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to take effect and is a cheaper and healthier alternative to energy drinks and shots that fill you with calories and sugar. Wicked Energy Gum is made in the USA, and the best part of it all is that for every pack you buy, they make a donation to the Cognitive Warriors Foundation, who focuses on improving access to quality health care for active and former U.S. military men and women who suffer from depression and PTSD. Just go to wickedenergygum.com and use code DOBRL for 10% off your order and free shipping on race days. The DOBRL code also works on wickedreliefcbd.com for your daily dose of CBD as well. James Edens, right now, fastest in the warm-up session. Braden Eiler, 2nd quick. Hayden Cardwell, 3rd quick. 8 seconds left here in this warm-up session. Drivers trying things out. Trying to figure out what last-minute adjustments to make. And that is it for the 2-minute warm-up, and we are ready for our 35-lap feature. Jeffrey Stewart talking about selling out here in the Twitch chat. Not gonna happen, my friend. Icy 2 Fly Roberts did make it. So let's talk about it. 23rd starting position is our points leader, Christopher Roberts. Mason Hannigan, the guy doing battle with him, is starting in 18th. 24-point gap. That might be like 6 or 7 positions on track. We're going to have to keep track of it. 5. Right now, it's a difference of 5 spots right off the start. Colton Hardy and Rusty Kruger on the front row. Ernie Williams Jr. and Hayden Cardwell, row 2. James Edens, Justin Thomas, Stephen Hill, Braden Eiler, Kevin Click, Kendall Tucker, Kevin Hanley, Craig Dunn, James Tiernan, Alex Smolders, Billy Rowley, Mark Broderick, Tyler Shell, Mason Hannigan, Peyton Grease, Kyle Sosnowski, Anthony Lepresto, Joshua Steinke, and Chris Roberts and John Lowe round out your field. "35 laps the distance. Final race of Season 3 here in DOB competition, and we've still got a championship to determine. Colton Hardy will give them green off of turn number 4. We had a lot of cautions in race number 1 here tonight. We'll see what we get with race 2. Here we go. Ernie Williams Jr. to the bottom of the track. He's going to take second spot off of Rusty Kruger. James Edens trying to follow him through. Williams to the top side of the racetrack. Fantastic battle here. Now with 3 wide for the race lead momentarily is Colton Hardy able to hold off a charging Edens and Williams. Fantastic battles going out throughout the field. Ernie Williams Jr. puts the slider in, takes the lead for a moment. Colton Hardy back around him. Hardy trying to work the bottom. He's been on the top. Now Williams says, if you're going to take it down there, I'll try to roll up here. Not going to work out as of yet. James Edens still there fighting it out. Hayden Cardwell trying to run these 3 down. Them battling like this is certainly going to help his chances. Oh, problems for Hardy. He got into the wall down the front stretch. That put him up to the top side. Bounced off the wall into Ernie Williams Jr. So a change at the front as Williams takes over the race. Edens at the bottom of the track trying to pass for the race lead. And James Edens, who won race number 1, might have got the race lead before the caution flag waved. The reason for the caution, problems for James Tiernan. Joshua Steinke runs up on that problem and ends up upside down, bringing out the caution. Let's watch this from Steinke's point of view. Tiernan's at the bottom side of the track, slides up, just nowhere to go. Steinke wrecks himself to make sure that he doesn't have huge contact there. That is it for the Black Diamond driver. But Black Diamond still having a good night out front. Ernie Williams Jr. was in the race lead when the caution flag flew. So James Edens moves back into second. We're going green this time by white flag lap on lap 38. Here we go. Hayden Cardwell got a hell of a jump, went up the inside. I hope he didn't get a black flag there. Caution gonna wave. We've got an issue. I think Tiernan was the actual cause of the caution. No, he was not. It was Anthony Lepresto. Wow, just that car got hooked in the outside wall and never came out. So we will pace once more. White flag moves to lap 41. Hayden Cardwell was not able to get around James Edens before the caution flag waved. Kendall Tucker up 4 spots. Alex Smolders up 4 spots. So we've got people charging to be a part of this battle. Long way to go yet. Still pretty warm out there at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Really putting a hurting on the track state at the moment. Ernie Williams Jr. likes it, however. He's got the race lead right now. And we'll be looking to charge his way to victory lane. Gonna take green here off of turn number 4, working lap 15. Here we are. Cardwell once again trying to dive to the inside, but James Edens on the high side, keeping control of second spot. It is now Colton Hardy in third. What happened to Cardwell? Into the pits goes Hayden Cardwell. No caution. I don't want to back us up and see what happened there. Ooh, Hardy into the outside wall there off of turn 4. It's going to give away a couple positions there to Kendall Tucker. Rusty Kruger going to get around. Stephen Hill. Hayden Cardwell re-entered the race under green, which is actually against DOB rules. So I don't think he will be in contention here, even though he's already a lap down. Ernie Williams Jr. out front has James Edens all over him. Edens with his Rick and Morty scheme, trying to make his way back to the race lead, but the caution will wave. Sosnowski down the track, makes contact with Broderick and brings out the caution. Saw the cushion reach out and bite him, sent him down to the inside lane. Was unable to right that car before making contact with the one. White flag moves to lap 44. Let's check in on our championship. Right now, Mason Hannigan is running in 14th place in this race. Christopher Roberts currently holding down 18th. That should be close enough for Roberts to hold on to his championship. I don't know the actual math, but I do believe that Chris Roberts right now, as they run, will be taking home the championship. Braden Eiler going in a direction he doesn't want to go. Still holding on to a top 10 position. Rusty Kruger down 3. Colton Hardy is the one really struggling right now. We saw him get into the fence there to the outside of turn 4. We'll see what he can do. White flag, lap 44. As we go back green here, we are halfway. Justin Thomas trying to fight his way into this battle. He's got Kendall Tucker behind him. Remember, James Edens made his way to the front of race number 1, working the bottom. The top got really treacherous and bit a couple of those guys. Right now, Ernie Williams Jr. working the middle of the racetrack. These guys are moving around trying to figure out what the preferred line is. And the caution flag will wave once more. Problems for Billy Rowley here in turn 1. Makes contact with the outside wall, upside down. That was heavy impact on that rear axle. And Rowley does park it. So terminal damage on that 79. Takes Rowley out of contention. James Tiernan going to get into the pits once more. He's a lap down already. So the white flag will move to lap 47. Yeah, we get back there every once in a while, Tyler. Sometimes it's complicated. When these guys get to racing up front, we want to make sure that we document what happens in those top 3 to 5 positions. Mason Hannigan currently in 12th. Chris Roberts in 18th. That gap is growing. The championship on the line here. Ernie Williams giving him green once more. Edens to the inside of the racetrack. Williams had a slip, and James Edens powers around to take the race lead. Now Justin Thomas fighting his way through. Kendall Tucker, the next car that's going to set his sights on Ernie Williams. All of a sudden, Williams is struggling after leading a lot of this. That'd be terrible, Tyler. Want to be a part of the team. Tucker to the inside of Williams there, making contact. I want to take a look here. Here's one car coming forward. If I can find him. Where's he at? Tyler Schell. That 85 is working the bottom side of the racetrack, and he is making a lot of passes right now. Mason Hannigan in 11th. Still climbing his way forward, trying to win this championship. He's passing cars, too. Mason Making the high side work. It's a little dangerous right now. 3 wide behind him. Peyton Grease, Stephen Hill, and Kevin Click. But Mason on the outside of the track right now is doing what he needs to do. He's running in 10th, and Chris Roberts is in 18th. That might be enough right there to give him the championship. Let's touch base up front. James Edens on the bottom of the racetrack, currently leading this race. Justin Thomas in second, doing everything he can to catch him. Ernie Williams Jr. has a significant gap to the back of that number 9. He's got Kendall Tucker to his outside. Tyler Schell now has broken into the top 5. Schell might be the fastest car on the racetrack. 15:103, his best lap, is the fastest lap of the race. So Tyler Schell really needs a yellow right now to bunch these guys back up. He's bringing Braden Eiler with him too. Eiler sitting in 6th. The championship battle still going on. Mason Hannigan in 11th. Chris Roberts 16th right now. Oh, problems. That's Peyton Grease. No, it's not. It's John Lowe. Peyton with those special colors on his car. Looked identical there. Contact with Rusty Kruger sends Lowe into the outside wall. So that moves our white flag lap back to lap 50. So we are getting to the end of this race. Plenty of cautions here tonight. Probably some hurt feelings, I would imagine. Some right rears being fed to people. Mason Hannigan right now broke into the top 10. Chris Roberts running in 15th. That's really, really close, man. Roberts has a 24-point lead over Mason Hannigan. And I don't have the official numbers, but that is really close to being enough. Lights go out on the pace truck. We are going to go back to green, working lap 44. 7 laps left in this race. James Eden's going to give him green off of turn number 4. Justin Thomas trying to get a good run. He doesn't. Rough start for Justin. A guy who caught the big break was Tyler Schell. Started this race back in like 16th or 17th position. We were following him. Schell was running very, very fast laps. Now he's got Ernie Williams Jr. right there. Williams trying to crowd Schell. So far it's worked. Tyler unable to get around the 91. Braden Eiler goes to the top of the track. Mason Hannigan there as well. Mason knows he's got to make positions to build that gap. He's trying to win this championship. And to do so, he's got to find a lane that nobody else is using. I tell you what, Colton Hardy found it, and he disappeared. He's gone. Out of the ballpark goes Colton Hardy. Out front, James Edens has built a little gap on Justin Thomas. Thomas can do nothing but watch as Edens drives off into the distance, and they've built an even bigger gap on Kendall Tucker. 2 laps left in this race. James Edens trying to sweep the night. He won race number 1, and now with the white flag in the air, he's got an opportunity to do it here in race number 2. Been a long time since we've seen somebody sweep an evening in DOB competition. But James Edens off of turn number 4. He's going to do it. Winner in race number 2 of the Dirty Old Bastards WoO 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Justin Thomas will finish second. Not sure what the finishing order was for the championship here. Edens wins, Thomas second. Looks like Chris Roberts feels like he's got that. You can see him getting the donuts in. He knows the math, so he feels pretty good. Third place goes to Kendall Tucker. We here at the DOB League want to thank Matt Henninger for continuing to make this the best dirt racing league on the server. He continues to make virtual become real, and we all grow as players, drivers, and fans under this format. I want to thank Matt Henninger making this possible. The guys at Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Relief Gum. The big supporters of what we do in the Dirty Old Bastards Racing Leagues and Elbows Up TV. We're going to get everybody in the Discord here, and we've got them right now. Mr. James Edens is on Deafen in Discord. Hopefully he comes back. Sweeping the evening here, James. Able to take victory in race number 1, doubling up in race number 2. Once again, down there on the bottom, making some moves. Mr. Edens was able to drive forward in this race. Didn't have to come as far. But James, why don't you tell us about that car and how you were able to sweep the night here at Volusia?
Yeah, man, we got a nice piece under us right now, and just kind of fine-tuning the setup a little bit for, with these new tracks, kind of, they're knocking the cushion down a little bit every build, and I think it's just playing into our favor. I've been kind of committed to making the bottom work for 6 months now, just kind of getting everything fine-tuned for, hoping along the lines they started taking the cushion away, and it's starting to pay off. So
every time we get a new build, and we're due for another one here coming up shortly, it just minute changes, and then we even get some fixes after that. It's funny to hear you say that you're taking that into effect, because obviously, throughout the early years of dirt racing here, the top side has been the way around.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of one of the things that, it's not my strong suit. I'm definitely better at rolling the bottom or the middle, where you got to be really patient and easy on the gas and just consistent, hit your marks. So I don't know how some of them guys just get up there and run the cushion like they do. It's honestly impressive to me. So,
well, if this is any indication, you're hearing it here first. James Edens, the guy who wants this stuff to roll the bottom and the middle, is saying that the game is coming his way. And he's got 2 victories here on Thursday night to prove it. Congratulations, James, on a fantastic season. He's a DOB champion, and he'll go into season 4 riding high with some confidence. Well done, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, man. Just gotta give a shout out to all the guys at Speed Lab and all the sponsors, and then Chris giving us a place to race 3 nights a week, and you for covering it. It's always a good time.
So that's your race winner, James Edens. Let's talk to second place, Justin Thomas. Justin, had to battle there. You were able to come from, looks like starting 5th, got up to that 2nd spot. Seemingly wasn't able to make a run on James there, but you were able to stay close and make it interesting. Talk about your race.
Yeah, I just tried something different tonight, setup wise. James helped me out because I'd been struggling with the car and the slick a little bit here lately. So he worked with me a little bit and kind of steered me in the right direction, and it paid off. I pretty well just stayed in his tire tracks the whole race, hoping like he'd bobble or something where I'd get an opportunity to get underneath him. And but I learned a lot following him. Tonight's probably the best I've ever been in a winged 410 car, so I'm pretty pumped about tonight's result.
Well, I can say this. You're definitely a hell of a lot better than race 1, because I was surprised as hell to see that caution flag wave, and all of a sudden you had a little bit of an issue there with the cushion and the racing the 5 of Braden Eiler. What in the world happened in race number 1?
So I apologize to Braden. My Oculus went black.
Okay.
So yeah, as soon as that caution, we're down the back straightaway, and then next thing is the shutters came down, so I couldn't see anything going on. So, but I apologize to Braden. I feel awful about that. I mean, this new Windows updates really made these Oculuses really finicky. So I don't know what the heck's going on, but yeah, that's what happened. And like I said, I feel bad for Braden that if I messed up his race at all, but it's just one of those deals, like no different than a tie rod breaking or something. Just this time it's just an Oculus. So.
These things happen, whether it's virtual racing or in real life racing. But we're glad to see that you were able to take that quick car and get the finish that it probably deserved in race number 1 here in race number 2. So congratulations, Justin. Well done on a good season. We look forward to seeing you in season 4.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for putting these broadcasts on. Chris, like James said, giving us the best place to race in iRacing every week. And then, of course, all my guys over at Mode Motorsports who support everything I do, and looking forward to getting this non-wing pro started. And then, of course, my dad and my girlfriend who are watching at home. So thank you guys for everything.
There you have it. Justin Thomas finishing 2nd here tonight. Let's talk to 3rd place Kendall Tucker. Kendall, for once, we're going to talk to you, and you didn't finish 2nd.
Yeah, I don't know if that's probably worse or better.
So,
talking to you is always a good sign.
Yeah, you were able to make your way forward in this bad boy, though. You started, 9th in this race, so you were able to fight your way up there. A podium finish, not too bad, right?
10th. Started 10th.
10th place?
Don't
Okay, my apologies.
Come on.
My apologies.
Yeah, the car was good. Just was able to muscle that top for about the first half of the race, and just unfortunately just kind of went away, and I was at some point or another, the last 3 sprint car Volusia races I've ran here, the car has literally broke running the cushion. So if there's I've never seen anybody break running the cushion hard. So I don't know. So I had to tone that down a little bit once I saw it was slowing down a little bit. So was just a little off in the slick, but we'll keep plugging away at it and just keep getting laps and keep learning.
How dangerous was that top side? Because we saw it bite a few drivers in race number 1. Obviously, they're in 3 and 4. The cushion even seems to climb the wall a little bit. So how wild was it here tonight?
Yeah, just like in that first race, I don't know. Just going down the front stretch, the cushion was fine one lap, and then the next lap it was on top of the wall, and my right rear was through the cockpit, and that wasn't a very good feeling at all. But luckily, the doctors cleared me pretty quick and was able to get out here for race 2 and limp it home to 3rd.
There you have it, Kendall Tucker, from near death to top 3 finish here in race number 2. That's why he's the favorite. That's why he's the favorite here at Elbows Up TV. Kendall Tucker, as we said last night, special place in our hearts. That's why. So congratulations, Kendall. There's James once more. Congratulations on a top 3 finish, Kendall. And we'll look forward to seeing you in season 4.
Yeah, I'd say after tonight, probably have to get some rehab here the next couple of weeks. So just hopefully be cleared here for the next season. I hope we got a week off because I'm probably going to need it.
I think
But nah, just thanks to all the guys at Speed Lab. It's always fun coming out here and playing around 3 nights a week. So just thanks to Chris for giving us a place to race, and thanks to you for broadcasting.
there you have it. Your top three here tonight. Let's talk to the guy who took home another championship. Ho hum, another championship for Chris Roberts. He's got three of them here this week. Chris, man, does this ever get old to you?
Not really. I mean, with the competition we have, it's always great to pull these off. I do know, one big factor is showing up to all the races, but I'll tell you what, AJ, after qualifying, I was worried for this one. That qualifying was terrible, and then the heat race, I was like, okay, well, I'll see what I can do, and I just watched them all drive away. But the B main there made an adjustment to the car, a gear change and a little bit of wing. J Lo, he suggested what he was running. It was working for him in race one, so I gave it a shot there in the B main, and I knew I had to get it at least eighth place. I knew if I could make the feature, that I could keep Mason in my sights the whole race, and the bottom come alive in the B main, and that was my savings grace, man. If that bottom wouldn't have been there, I probably would have been out to lunch, and Mason would have got it easily. But put her in the put her in the A, and Mason sent me a message. So what do I got to do now? I said, you got to beat me by 11 spots, and car was never good, but I did what I needed to do to keep him in the radar and come away with another championship.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the math there in the final race, but it was the B main where it was the first time where start to bite the nails there because you were starting way back and Mason was starting forward, and he did what he needed to do. He made a lot of passes there as well. Just quite too big of a gap there to really make up the difference. So you swept the 410s here this season, took one of the 360 championships as well. How does it feel? Are you gonna walk around with your head held high, telling everybody that you're the best wing driver in the sim this week? What do you think?
I'm nowhere near the best. I mean, it's just I you know Tyler rags on me all the time. I'd love to get a win. It's been a while since I've won in the big boy cars. I can
Agreed.
I got them. I got 305 wins this season, but I'm wait. I want one of them 360 410 deals. I think my closest shot was USA earlier this season. I forget if that was 360 or 410, but I want one of those. But I mean, just showing up to every race, kind of because I have to, but showing up to every race and keeping that nose clean and getting them consistent finishes is what helps me out the most. I mean, like I said, I wish I could pull off some wins to make it look more legit, other than just pulling a Mark Martin deal and always running up front.
Well, these things happen, but the end result, being the champion, sweeping the 410s, it says a lot. So congratulations, Chris. 3 championships here in the DOB season number 3. We look forward to seeing what you can pull off in season 4.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I just gotta give a big thanks to everybody that supports us, helps us out. All the drivers that show up every night. I mean, three, three week, yeah, 3 nights a week. Got 2 shows on most of those. Wednesday's got a third one. Just got thanks for always coming out and supporting us running. The season started off a little rough. It did get cleaned up as the season went on. The feature races have been improving most nights. I mean, with running that many races, you're going to have some bad ones here and there. So if we can keep working on that and work on improving the whole show racing wise, get her going a lot better. But features are doing good. Got some great racing, great tough competition shows up night in night out. All the fans out there that support us, watch us, tune in. Thank you, AJ. You up in the booth? I believe I told you Tuesday, man. You're just doing a hell of a job up there. You got that extra excitement. Even on a bad night, you can make it exciting. I mean, like last night, unfortunately, I think there was only 5 or 6 cars left in the wingless race, but had the big battle that potentially could have been the championship deciding. So you made it all exciting. So thanks for what you do up there in the booth with Elbows Up TV. been a great asset this season. It's been fun. Looking forward to next season already. Matt, everything that he's done with the league since he joined up, with Wicked Cushion. It all started with Wicked Cushion. Now we got Wicked Energy Gum. He's brought in Dirt Armada. Just got to thank those guys. Pure Cornhole League and tournaments. Got to thank them for what they've been doing with the wingless team.
Are you going to take all of my moment or what? You gave me one responsibility. You're taking all.
Okay, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Tyler. But thanks again for what you do, AJ, and everybody that continually comes out and supports and watches.
No, kiddo. No, Chris Roberts. AKA Kiddo. Chris Roberts 93 is always going to be AKA Kiddo. He's the greatest, man. First of all, I'm going to give him credit. I don't even race much anymore, but I am still in love with this thing because of him. But him and I, we partnered up, and he decided to bring Matt Henninger on board, the Wicked Cushion thing. And now it's CD, it's Wicked Cushion, it's Wicked Relief, it's Wicked Energy, it's Wicked all of those things. We can never thank them enough. But then AJ, I got to be Anthony Job if anybody wants to hear AJ. We can't thank you enough because you have taken this whole thing to a whole nother level. I actually sent a message telling AJ to make sure he mentioned himself in something, and he didn't, so he didn't. And that's awesome because that's what kind of a guy he obviously is. But if you're still watching and you're paying attention to this, you would know that's the kind of a character he is. Now this is a great race league because Chris Roberts can win this without ever winning a race. You still there?
Oh yeah.
When's your last win? Like I don't know, 2016, something like that. Whatever. Anyway, nevertheless. Yeah, well, our team has a lot of competition because I have a lot of wins and I have no trophies. I'm the only one with no trophy, just so you know. But anyway, no, we can't thank you enough, AJ, for what you do. You and Matt, you make this whole league just what it is. So you always say, you want to race with the best, you have to be in this league. I agree with that. We do put up with a lot of stuff. Chris puts up with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of complainers. There's a lot of whiners. There's a lot of that. That's racing. That comes with it. And he just brushes it aside. He handles it the best he can. We just do what we can do. AJ, you just make it the best it can be. I mean, I've 15 viewers and maybe 5 more people in the last 2 weeks because I just said just watch the broadcast. I don't care if you're good or not. Oh, well, we want to race with them. It's a great deal. This is the last night of it, so I just wanted to just put that out there that Anthony, you deserve a lot of credit. Matt always deserves a lot of credit. But Chris Roberts, he deserves a lot of credit. Ladies and gentlemen, within 2 to 3 hours after we get done on Tuesday or Thursday night, he's still working on this. So it's a real deal. He deserves his championship. I wish he would win once in a while too, but if I got to be the guy who never makes the A main but wins once in a while, I'll take it. Anyway, AJ, it's all yours. See ya.
Well, it's kind words. I appreciate that, Tyler and Chris. We've had a hell of a season, man. The first season for the DOB on Elbows Up TV. It's been a great opportunity and a lot of fun that we've had throughout this season. The ups and downs, the excitement, some tears even, I think, from some people. But we've got to see the emotional roller coaster throughout it all, and to culminate at the end of the season with champions and everything else is just the perfect story. And I hope everybody will join us as we walk into season 4 as well, as we continue to build this thing. It's a real privilege to have the Dirty Old Bastards Racing League, to be able to call these races, because like I said, it's the best there is. And it's not only enough to be the best racing league there is on the dirt side of iRacing. But you heard it. There's already things in the works. There's talks. There's everything on how do we make this better? How do we improve this? How do we improve this? So like I said, it's not even enough to be the best. The DOB continues to drive forward into the future, and I have no doubt that they will continue to lead the charge for the league side of iRacing on dirt. No doubt about it. If you're not involved, you got to get involved. We appreciate everybody watching throughout the season, throughout the ups and downs. We've got more coming next season. I'm going to take, God willing, a couple weeks off. At least 1 week off for sure.
One week. You get 1 week.
1 week. So we're going to take 1 week off, and then we'll be back at it to have some more fun. We'll have new tracks. Hopefully we'll have a new build, everything to be worked out. More fun coming in just a few weeks. So thanks for hanging with us here throughout Season 3. And we will be back in a couple of weeks to do this all over again. Thank you. We love you, and we'll catch you next time.